Hey guys, Marugi Munyi here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we are back again with another episode of
The Messy in Between. It's definitely TMI.
Episode 10, guys.
Episode 10.
Yay! We're so excited. We are so, honestly, it's just fantastic. We are now in season 2, but it just feels like we've just been continuing because there's no break in between.
Yeah, there was a...
Yeah, but in between, somebody has gone on holiday, she's come back. Situli Mwambia Tarudi too. Did we not say? Did we not say you would return?
Back.
Yeah,
Ooh,
are you?
Girl. 12 days.
And it helps that you're doing a job that you absolutely love. Because then if you are coming back to your office job, I think you would be a bit sad to be coming back.
If I love my office job, but running home, like,
it's
just, I can't wait to shoot today.
Exactly, right?
We're
so excited to be here. Thank you guys. Thank you to our fam on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube and Instagram. We love you guys so much. Thank you for your continued support. Now, today's episode, what are we talking about? We are talking about things we wish we knew because, we started the series last week.
Yeah.
Things we wish we knew before we moved in with our partners.
Yes. And this is really interesting topic to talk about because we have different views. About this one. Yeah.
So background, I am married. I've been married for 4 years now, and we didn't move in together until we got married.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand,
we moved in together. Just recently, actually, it's just been a month now.
Has it?
Yeah.
It feels like it's been forever.
I know.
It feels like it's been really long.
Because we were like always together.
Yeah, they were
anyway.
always together. Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not married, and we are recently, like, officially in a relationship, and we decided we wanted to move in together.
Yeah. How long were you in a relationship, in an actual relationship, before you moved in together?
2 months. Was it even 2 months?
Was it 2? Wow.
I think, yeah. I think it was 2.
That's pretty great.
2.
And then also another dynamic is I have children, obviously, and Lydia does not have children.
Yeah.
So a lot of my experience, the experiences will be pretty different, but the same in some sort of way, because when you live with your partner, there are certain dynamics that, you encounter,
like
whether or not almost everyone will go through those things. Yeah. Now, backstory, guys. If you follow me on Instagram at Murugi Munyi, if you are not already following me, follow me, please. I'm always very vocal about the fact that I do not support, or I never encourage people to move in with their partners before they get married. And the reason why I do this is because in my line of work, I see so many people, so many women DMing me, like whether it's TMI talk or it's yummy talk when I used to be yummy talk of women who are talking about how their relationships went so badly and how they are struggling to get out of it because they are living with their partner.
Yeah.
And then those are the times that you're hearing them saying, hubby, my hubby, my hubby, and people who say hubby, by the way, they're never married.
Yeah.
Because those who are married, we never say hubby, by the way. We just say husband or we just say the name.
Yeah.
And so because I've seen so many people struggle through that, because the dynamics tend to be, and I'm not saying this is everybody, they tend to be, okay, you're together and then at some point you're realizing, okay, why are we always, moving from point A to point B? We are always in each other's houses.
Yeah.
Or somebody gets pregnant and you're like, okay, fine, let's just move in together. And because the decision usually is not that well informed at the beginning, when things go badly, the woman is the one who always gets the short end of the stick. More often than not.
Yeah.
And I've seen it go so badly, especially because a lot of those situations, the woman is like, she's not financially stable, or now she has like a gajillion kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, where am I taking all these kids? And he's the one who has bought all the furniture. And like, now he's treating you badly. What are you going to do? So that's the reason why I don't usually support it, because I'm just like, I would rather a commitment first before taking that step.
Yeah, let me tell you, when me and Mike decided to move in together.
Mike is her boo.
Mike is my boo. The top of the list was... But Marugi says, like, because we are so close, like, how on earth would I do something which she discourages with so much passion, right? So here's the thing, this is my point of view. Somebody didn't marry you because they didn't want to marry you. Somebody didn't make things the way they wanted to make, or the way you wanted things to be, because they didn't want to make those things. I feel like so many things about how someone treats you has more to do with how that person feels about you, if they're serious about you in the first place, than the steps that you took, right? For example, you and Zach were engaged at 6 months, right?
5 months.
5 months, right? He married you because he wanted to marry you. That's just a point blank period.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is safer when you're just like, okay, I don't want to move in with him until I'm married. You know, like to secure the marriage. But the man is not marrying you because you didn't move in with him. And the man is not marrying you because you didn't move in with him.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when you've seen enough of someone to see that they do want to be with you, they do love you, they do respect you, and you guys have the same goals, whatever decisions you guys make, especially when you tailor fit it to your own relationship, are just the best for both of you.
Yeah.
You know? So me and Mike, because we were spending so much time together, once we were like, okay, we want to be together for real, right?
Yeah.
It was like the most natural thing for us to move in together.
Yeah.
So natural.
Okay.
And because we were open and honest, especially about money.
Yeah.
Open and honest about
and
that.
that's usually the thing.
problem.
That is the thing that usually causes the break.
Exactly. And I knew that. So that even before we decided that, I was like, let's have that ugly conversation first.
Okay. 2 additional reasons. I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
2 additional reasons that I don't usually support this is one, I feel like once you move in together, there tend to be expectations that go beyond boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Those expectations of like financial responsibility, expectations of like domestic responsibility, things to do with in-laws, things to do with like heavy things that usually are encounters that should be had in marriage. And I say should, not like I'm trying to say everyone should get married, because maybe your goal is not married, you know, marriage. But I just feel like there's that expectation which I feel can put an unrealistically heavy burden on the relationship. That's one.
Yeah.
The second thing is, the reality is that marriages break. But relationships break more often than marriages break.
Get out.
And now, exactly, right?
Out.
And because of that, I'm like, I feel like it's such a huge commitment to make for something that if in your heart, like your souls have not yet been tied together, why are you tying together the couch and the TV and the walls? Because just the whole process of like, now you're breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. So you bought the couch. I bought the TV. Who did the whatever? And I think because of that, that's why a lot of women end up staying in relationships where they have moved in together, even if it's not working, because the thought of leaving is so magnanimous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Here's the thing, this is the way.
And I love you.
I know.
I'm just saying, yeah.
I know.
I went through a panic attack when she told me she was going to
did
be
it
with
quietly
her partner.
though.
Yeah,
well
very
done.
quietly.
Very quietly. So here's the thing with me, right? How I love Mike right now is the most I love him right now in my life. There is no idea that maybe tomorrow I'll love him more or the next year or whatever. And so for me, the best way, or what feels the most natural and the most inspiring for me to love him is the way which I'm going to do it, right? And this is 100%, I'm doing this risk aware. It's not like I'm just like, the magic of happiness is going to solve all our issues and it'll all end up perfect. No, but I want to write my story with Mike the way I want to write it. I've never wanted to move in with a boyfriend since I was born.
Yeah.
Ever.
And do you guys see how she's speaking about that experience?
Yeah.
That's exactly what gave me the confidence to feel like Lydia is going to be okay.
Yeah.
Because I feel like many women, and especially Nairobi women, I don't know what usually happens. But I feel like either it's like they are coerced into the decision, or they don't because
feel right about
they don't
it.
feel right about it, or it's just like, okay, anyway, so we just move it. Like they haven't given it much thought. With Lydia, I feel like I felt more comfortable, or I feel very comfortable because of the fact that I've seen you guys together. I've heard you speak about it, and it's not something that she just woke up and just like, so we just move in together, or like she's pregnant or something.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in the news, Lydia KM pregnant with new bay's sperm.
I felt really confident.
Yeah.
First of all, we say follow your intuition. When we had that conversation, nothing felt wrong.
Yeah.
Right? But that's just one slice. That's just one slice of the pie.
Yeah.
There's the factual stuff.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna live? What budget are we gonna be on? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Those are the other things which, when I did those and there was no big fight, There was no tension. There was no chaos. It was just all open and honest, and we put everything on the table. Then I was sure. Because the first feeling, don't go with that, just that.
Yeah. Not just I really like him. We have such great sex. Let's live together.
There's so many other parts. And when you guys start having friction about those conversations, someone's not being open or honest.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have another question. So a lot of the people who are opponents of people moving in before they get married usually say, and this is not my personal view, but they usually say that if you move in together, what do you have to look forward to for you to get married? Because if everything is already the way that it would be if you are married, what do you have to look forward to?
That's obviously not true. There's so many.
So maybe tell us. So tell us.
Number one is like, forget even. Let's say we never get married, right? Every single day with someone, let's say we have kids, there's that to look forward to. The idea that just because you live together, now that's it. All your memories are just the same. Nothing new is going to happen with your life. It's not true. Because once you get married, okay, so what you have to look forward to for the rest of 75 years?
Don't say that. Don't say the truth here. Lydia, how dare you?
But every single day, even
you're right.
marriage,
every day is different, and there's always a new experience. Like, our first house together, our kid, our what?
You're growing as a person. He's growing as a person, and the more you merge, there's different layers even of marriage. So then we're moved in. That there will be a different layer. There will be something else we do together. Maybe it's moving to a better house. As we grow, there's so many things to look forward to when you're with the right person.
You're so right. And actually, on that note of like things to look forward to, actually they make it seem as if the things to look forward to are always amazing, but also when you move in with someone, there's a certain mystery that's lost, which is factual. There's a certain mystery, and this is why we wanted to have this conversation here today, because like there's just a certain like there's I think I was watching a YouTube video recently which was saying about how, you see, when you're dating, if you have like a fight, you can have a fight, you go home, and then may go home and we can think about it tomorrow, we congregate and then we talk about it. Or let's say you're going through some shit in your life, you deal with the shit, I deal with the shit, then when we come on the date, it's just like we're here to have a good time. But now every part of your life is pretty much well, I mean, not every part, but like most parts of your life are pretty much tied to this person, and that's a lot.
It is
that's
a lot.
Intense.
It is so intense. But guess what? None of that scares me. Knowing who I'm attaching all of that to feels more exciting and more. That's so fine. That's so amazing. I'm tying more of myself to him. I feel like that's an honor to me to tie so much more of myself to him.
Exactly. Okay, fine. So there are different viewpoints. My stance still remains is that if anyone, for me personally,
if somebody
I would
asked
say,
you,
I would still say wait until marriage. But if you're at a place like Lydia and you feel confident and you feel happy and you feel and you're okay in your decision, such that if anything goes wrong, she won't be coming to say, he's the one who even said that I should do this. It was a mistake. You have gone into it with like full mind, full responsibility. Dare I say that I feel like that also has happened because you're in your 30s now? Because I feel like 25-year-old Lydia moving in with a boyfriend would not be the same as 30-year-old Lydia moving in with a boyfriend.
For sure, more because of who I was and the way I make my decisions. You know,
exactly.
I know then the decision would have just been like, oh my God. And furthermore, the last relationship I was in, I was there for long enough and we spent so much time together, but not a day did I want to live with him. So the feeling of wanting to move in did feel unique. It wasn't like, oh, excitement, let's find. No, it felt like, okay, this is new. I've never felt like this before.
Another thing I loved about how you guys did it is they had those difficult conversations. Like, because I mean, moving in together is not marriage, but there are aspects about it that are very marriage-like.
And they're extremely serious.
Exactly. And you need to have those conversations. Things like money. Exactly. So they did. So if you are planning to move in with someone, you need to have those conversations. Things like money, things like boundaries.
The lease needs to be in both your names.
In both your names. It needs to be like, I mean, the basic conversation, how you deal with conflict needs to be something you've sorted out before you get together, because that one can be a big thing.
It really can.
It really can. Yeah. So anyway, so now that you know that background and we have that little tete-a-tete, let's talk about a few things that we wish we knew before we moved into with our partners. All right. So my first one is this. Things won't be exactly the same as when you are not living together. So I mean, in terms of what am I trying to say? Like, for example, in terms of sex, when I was not living with my partner, we would have sex often. Like literally every time that you guys meet on a date, like you go to their place, or every time it's expected that you are going to have sex. Now, when you move in together, it's not the same. It's not just because you're sleeping in the same bed and then now it's going to be sex every day. But then I remember the first time that I think it was like maybe a week after I had gotten married, and like Zach came to bed and he was just like, "Okay, good night, babe." I was like,
excuse me.
Good night? Who are you telling good night? Just like a kiss on the face. What? Are you kidding me? And over time, you realize that, okay, it's not that the magic is gone. And sometimes you can start to feel like, oh God, now we're living together. Now the magic is gone. But the reality is that magic is in different forms. And it's not fire every single day. You know, so it's not the same, but it can be better. It can be great still.
100%. And one of the reasons why I think that is because you start formulating intimacy in way more ways, because sex was like the way that you used to connect intimately, and you're not seeing each other that often, so it's like constantly you felt like you wanted this closeness, whereas, you know, we have breakfast together, even I make you breakfast, or we work out together, or, you know, just even chilling on the sofa together. There's so many other places where you're getting intimacy that sex doesn't always feel like that's like the most important place to do it. This is something which we are going through the motions.
They're walking the journey.
We are walking through that, and we're trying to find, you know, like we're trying to walk with that, because definitely I thought I was so in love with sex. I thought like, you know, like all the time we used to have sex, you know, but then when you're together now all the time as well, it's just like, wow, you know?
Exactly. Wow. And you know, I remember when you guys were like still in the dating, but like situationship, you know, when she was breaking all the rules. Please see previous episodes if you have not already seen. You'd be like, okay, fine, you're going to see Mike this weekend, and you've gone like Friday to Sunday. Then you're like, okay, I have the show on Wednesday because we used to shoot a TV show together, but you're like, so I just need Tuesday to calibrate, you know, kind of thing. So it's like you would get breaks. Like you would have this intense weekend, and then you get a break time to relax, and then now, you know, do work and everything, right?
So now there is no break. And often I know people do see it like, you know, if you don't want to have sex with your partner or whatever, it's like such a huge issue. But majority of the time it's like it goes in and out. Sometimes I'll have a peak, or I'm just like, oh my God, all the time. And then sometimes I won't. You know, and I think that you need to be okay with that. If you're moving in with your partner.
It's true.
You do.
Your turn.
Okay, so my one, I guess I've talked about this, but to emphasize, you have to talk about money consistently. People feel like once you have this one big talk, now before moving in, it's like everything just like now flows. Like, you know, that was fine, but there are so many other things before moving in that you didn't expect about money, you know? So you've got to be able to be saying, oh, okay, this happened. Oh, this has come up. You need to talk about money as often as possible. And that's when I saw that the number one reason people break up was money. I was just like, even when it's awkward, I'm going to have these conversations.
Just have to have it.
And there's someone who had told me that their boyfriend handles everything, but they don't discuss money. There's no problem, but they don't discuss money. And I don't think I'm comfortable with that either.
I think I could be comfortable with that.
How do you know where he's getting his money?
I mean,
you wish, you hope it's from the right places.
Yeah. Okay. So
I feel like openness about
but if
money.
You know he has a job. I mean,
I feel like openness about money.
Yeah.
Is not just about having or not having. I feel like for me, what I want is to have a culture of openness about money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that if things go left, you are able to have the conversation.
But you have to acknowledge, and now I'm saying this from my own personal experience, is that at the beginning of our relationship we had conversations about money, but there are unforeseen circumstances that came up, like within, let's say, the relationship, the marriage, right? So for example, when we got married, we were both working, we both had corporate jobs. So you know, at the end of the month there's this salary, and we already agreed he's taking care of like big things, rent, fees, whatever, and I'm taking care of like the smaller things, paying the nannies, doing grocery shopping, whatnot. At some point in the marriage, I think it was like 1 year into the marriage, I was like, you know, babe, I want to quit my job, I want to become a full-time influencer. And at that time he was extremely supportive, but like that transition was a bit awkward for us, because it was like, okay, I'm making some money, but I'm not making as much money as it was before. Like things changed, the dynamic kind of changed. And since then, obviously my income has grown and like things have gotten different, but that even even more emphasizes what you're saying is that you need to keep having that money conversation. Because things can happen. Your man can lose his job.
He can lose his job.
Yeah.
That something just happens. Like, you know, even when we moved in, there are like little things, like, you know, in moving in that you don't think about prior to that, you know? Now that you've had the conversation, you know so who's handling this thing that is that we can't
miscellaneous.
See. Constantly talk about money. And that for me is a red flag if someone doesn't want to talk about money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing I wish I knew before I moved in with my man is that compromise is required. A lot of compromise. And tied to that one is that not everything has to be a big deal. For example, men are not, let me not say men, my man. Because Kit is always saying, don't say marriage is hard, say your marriage is hard, all right? So things like, one thing he does, which I hate, is like when he comes from showering, he'll put the wet towel on the bed. And I used to get so mad about that. It's just like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? You can't see, like, why you? And like over time, I realized these small things I would really get upset over, and I just keep like nagging him about it. And then I just realized, you know what? Not some small things. Even me, I have like annoying habits that he doesn't like, and he doesn't mention them all the time because he's just that's the kind of person he is. Like if he sees something that he didn't like, he'll probably just like pick up the thing and like take it, you know. So I have realized over time that I don't need to mention everything. Like not every small thing has to become a fight, because you realize those tiny little fights chip away, chip away, and then you end up having so many bad days. Then even the nights become tiring. The whole thing becomes tiring. So now when he does something that I don't like, I won't like, okay, not that I just ignore it, but like I'll probably maybe mention it the 5th or 6th time or something like that. Or I'll mention it in passing as a joke, not like a what's wrong with you, you know, kind of thing. Or but if it really bugs me, I'll just pick up the towel and just take it. And he'll notice that I've taken it, and I'll just, you know, that's it. And then over time, if your partner is observant, surely they will know that there's an issue.
It's true. For me, Mike has this thing where he doesn't close anything when he's done. So the bottle tops, nothing is closed. He has contacts. He just leaves it. So now when I'm coming to move it, do you know the amount of times I've dropped things? I just pick it up and because I'm assuming it's closed because nobody's currently using it, you know. And I have literally I have really tried with that one. I have really tried, but I had to say something. But even the way you're saying it, it's not from a place of you're a broken human. It's a place of I have my preferences, you have yours. What do we have in the middle?
Exactly.
He has a thing with me. I never turn off the switch on the gas cooker because it's open like that. Oh my God. Yeah, so I never turn it off. I keep
because you're rich,
forgetting.
You can just,
No, nothing is on.
It's just
on.
that
it's just like the switch is just on.
Okay.
And it's so hard for me to remember, but he's hard to compromise on.
I mean, right? Yeah. Because not everything is going to be a fight, honestly. Yeah. There are some things you just have to compromise.
Okay, so this is another one for me is you have to allow yourself to be human. Now, here's the thing. When you're not living together, the person is getting the best part of you.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting your most energy, your hardworking, your boss babe, your makeup done. Cute, everything. And trying to keep up that energy is stressful for everyone. Especially for me, one of the things I really take pride in is like, you know, I want to cook as often as possible. I want to make sure that home is taken care of. I want to do that. But then we have TMI shoot until 7 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever. I'm tired. There's no way you can keep up this superhuman. Allow yourself to be human and allow your partner to be there while you're human. Because it's just too much pressure.
But like don't be too human. Like for example,
there's a but.
There's a but.
There's a but.
Like for example, me, I've always said sex in wig lines. By the way, my husband doesn't deserve that, guys. And I'm sorry if
have you ever done it?
I have.
There you go.
I told you there's a time that we were having sex with a wig and he just pulled off the wig.
You don't need it.
He just took the...
You don't need this, babe.
I feel mortified at the thought.
I died for you.
I'm just like, I mean, and you know, the thing is that the sex in the wig lines, it's like you just don't feel like a bad bitch no more. You just feel like,
like
you're
here for a job. You're here for a job.
And do it and sleep.
Get out.
So there's something like, I mean, allow yourself to be human, but try and keep up as much of the way that you were if it was actually you.
I was doing wig lines before, so it's not like now that we've moved in, I've let it go.
Now you haven't.
Now I haven't done it. It's been a minute.
Maybe that's the reason.
It's been a minute.
Maybe that's the reason. Why? It's because now Mike is living with you, so now you're just like, oh, let me look cute all the time.
Maybe, but it's because I'm doing more braids.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I haven't done wigs in a long time. But yeah, that's definitely one. Allow yourself to be human.
Allow yourself to be human, but also don't let yourself go like absolutely, completely kind of thing. Like, try and remain cute. All right, my next one. The next thing I wish I knew that before I moved in with my man is that men have the capability of sleeping soundly, snoring soundly when you guys have had a fight. You're up crying. You're up crying. You're just like, oh my God, are we going to break up? Stuart, he, meanwhile, completely
I don't
dead
think
asleep.
That's one of the top heartbreakers.
Honestly, I hate it so much. And when we first got married, honestly, I used to feel so bad about that. I was like, so you're just okay. You're just okay. You're just sleeping. You're just sleeping. Yeah. And me, I am here literally like I can't even sleep. I'm on my phone. I'm like, I used to get so mad at the fact that he can actually just soundly go to sleep. Yeah. And we are not in a good place. I'm like, how can you sleep? Yeah. But like now I've realized it's like some things just need time. You know, some things don't have to be talked about like right now. You know? Yeah. And like sometimes he would like, we'd had a fight or something. Then he going to bed is just like, good night, babe. I love you. And I'm like, I would be so mad. I would be so mad. Yeah, imagine. But like now, obviously, I'm just like, yeah, okay, good night. We'll talk about it when we talk about it because like we're not going anywhere. So we both live here.
And I feel like that's a good one as well. To say that good night, I love you. That's also a positive. Yeah. It's not like, everyone's gone and it's all horrible.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus now at some point in the 1 year mark of our marriage, we did a conflict class. Yeah. And one of the things they told us is don't let the sun go down on your anger. Yeah. So it's like, okay, maybe you might not have resolved it 100%. But don't go to bed angry,
I feel like that's so much pressure.
Angry. Yeah, you're saying that's because you can fura for 3 days.
No, I don't. Okay. I don't. In fact, one of the things I always think about is every time I'm mad at Mike, every time I'm mad or, I'm not happy with him, that's a moment stolen that I could be having joy. Exactly. I am so conscious of that. No, I don't like having fights that go on for ages and we're upset with each other for so long. I hate that energy. Yeah. I don't like it. So but I feel like there are some things that you will have to go to bed angry. Please relax. But
go to bed angry.
Yeah.
Angry. Angry is not the same as we've not sorted it out.
No, I give myself that freedom. Okay. That maybe one day there might be a day I go to bed vicious. And it's fine. It's fine. No one's gonna die, by the way. No one's gonna die. Oh, Lord. So another one is say thank you often. You spend so much.
That's a thing you wish you knew before you moved in, huh?
As in the value of the little thank yous throughout are really that's important. A good one, yeah, because you are spending so much time together. You are handling everything. Maybe like the woman is expected to, or whatever you guys have arranged together, and he is. And because it's your responsibility, no one seems to see that it takes a great deal of effort. Yeah. It is tiring, and you want to be recognized. Thank you, babe, for going to work, working so hard so we can have a good life. Thank you, babe, for cooking dinner. Yeah. Thank you for making the bed. Thank you for bringing me my food. Yeah, the tiny little thank yous every single day make you feel like you're appreciated for the entire of your role, and it gives you so much inspiration to continue going.
I absolutely love that. My mom always told us that 3 phrases that will take you far in life in your relationships, both professional and friendships, is please, thank you, and I'm sorry. Yeah. So when you're sorry, be actually emphatically sorry. Yeah. But I love the thank yous because over time, you can just it can become so just like
that's what you're supposed to do.
I mean, like I come home from a TMI shoot and I find like Zach has washed the kids, and I just be like, thank you, babe.
Yeah,
thank you.
Really matters.
And it really helps in like just maintaining a positive vibe. And or like sometimes just even randomly just say, babe, you're such an amazing guy.
Yeah,
you're just so I really love you.
Yeah.
I love your face.
Yeah. Look at you.
Look at you. How you do look at yourself?
Do you? How do you? Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Those little things. Even for me, because I know how I feel when I cooked in and I bring it and he says thank you. Yeah. That matters.
It's just so nice.
Really matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, I think I'm on my last one. This one is specifically because we have children. One of the things I wish I knew is that life goes on. Even when you have had a fight, life goes on. Even when things are not okay at work, life goes on. No matter what, in the morning, the kids still need to get to school. The bill still needs to be paid. We still need to turn on the lights, whatever. We still need to make the bed. Like one of the things that I remember struggling with at the beginning is just like the fact that it just seemed everything seemed so permanent, but so temporary at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I would feel like, okay, now we've had a fight. Nothing can happen until we have, talked about this or until this has happened. But I realized that life just goes on. And I think that's actually something my husband has taught me. Yeah. Is that
men would show you that.
We still need to have, exactly, right? We still need to have dinner. I mean, we still need to sleep. Somebody still has to switch off the TV. Have you locked the gate? Those kinds of small things. Yeah, life goes on.
Life
Life
100%
goes
does.
on, yeah.
And I feel like that's a really good thing, especially when things are rough.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to remember. It goes on. Tomorrow, you still love him. The next day,
Yeah,
you still love
exactly.
him.
You still love
You're
him.
still living together. You are still committed, because especially us women,
Yeah.
we are ready to break it all.
Everything.
When we are ready. But remembering that one of the things is like when we have a fight, in my mind, I'll tell myself, I still love him. In my mind.
Wow, really?
In that moment, because I want to remember myself, because sometimes you can really go out of hand. Things
Really?
can
Yeah,
really
I
go
know.
out. Just tell yourself in mind.
I might start
still
doing
love
that,
him.
I guess.
In your head,
sometimes
because
you're just
your
like, you're
pride
the
will not let
dumbest
you
man in the
look
world.
at you.
What
before,
less?
it was look at you.
Look at you. Look at you.
you.
Oh God, you're so right. Oh my
say in
gosh,
your
yeah.
head, just remind yourself.
Say
I love
in your
him.
head, I
love
shall
him.
do that. Okay.
Yeah. I think that I'll do my last one as well. Okay, I had two, but I'll do this one. You have to be more intentional with romance. You're seeing each other all the time. You're here. You're there. You look like this. Here you are.
Cue in farting. Cue in farting during sex.
Oh, farting during sex. That's happening. You know? Like
right.
you start kind of you start you start just seeing each other as just like, here you are, there you go again. So making room for romance so that you can remind each other, you know what? I'm still in love with you. You're still a beautiful woman. You're still a beautiful man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still attracted to you. You're so sexy. Doing those kind of things. I feel like one of the things that has really helped is this vacation.
Yeah.
You know, we were able to have a lot
in a
more
different setting.
Moment, because us.
Oh,
us.
not ass. A lot more ass.
You wanted it to be ass. You wanted it to be ass.
Yeah.
You know, a lot more us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's just been a lot of same old everyday things.
Yeah. And I completely agree. And you have to be like intentional about those things.
Sure.
It's like lingerie, you know, like, I mean, once
Date
in a while,
night.
lingerie, exactly, date night. It's like dress up once in a while, not every day
Candles.
t-shirt and sweatpants, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like even making time for those things, because like, yeah, we are together, but we're not, it's intentional time is different from like just
time.
being.
Oh my goodness.
Like you're just
100%.
there, just sitting. Yeah.
So make room for that, because you guys can end up having very roommates who are having sex at night sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that's what people want. Anyway, we're not judging anyone.
We're not judging
I'm not judging anyone.
Yeah.
I'm judging people who moved in with their partners just because she got pregnant. Those are the people I'm judging.
Or like just because you think it's time to do it. Because you've been together for 2 years, you feel like you should move in together. No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Don't do anything from a should place.
Yeah.
And that, let me just say this
That
one,
is a good one,
is ask the big hard questions. I want to get married. You want to get married? When are we thinking about getting married?
Yeah.
Well, how many kids do you want? Around what time do you think that
so
would be
make sure your
feasible?
values align before
100%,
take the
and
plunge.
so that, because a lot of people do, especially men, who feel like just move in so that they don't have to get married, especially the ones who don't want to get married.
Yeah.
So then that's how you end up 3 years down the line asking, and he's still telling you, it will come. But when you guys have talked about what you want, timelines, blah blah blah, it's harder to not know when you're getting duped, because you can see he's slowing back from what he said he wanted. So ask those questions.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. And but also obviously we have to have some flexibility, because things could change.
Things
you know,
do
like
change.
maybe someone gets a job in another country, maybe whatever, COVID, exactly, things like that. But at least you've had the conversation,
both
and you
know
know
what you want.
we both eventually want to get married. We both eventually want to have 10 kids together, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
For sure. Love that conversation.
Yeah, that was good.
The more I hear you talk about living with him with such joy and such like comfort and such confidence, the more calm I feel. One day I'll get to 100%. But
let me tell you,
we are moving.
It's not that I'm not blind to the risk of moving in with a boyfriend. I'm not blind to those. But that is actually what making the right decision is, knowing the risk and still doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm aware of those. I know that I know what I'm doing, and I know what I'm doing to try to do the very best I can to not get into those situations of come we stay, when that's not what I want. There's nothing wrong with come we stay if that's what you want. But that's not what I want.
And also knowing that you can change your mind at any point.
Any point.
Exactly. Have your own. Me, I'm always saying, even if you move in your partner, make sure you have your own. You have your own life. You have your own friends. You have your own job.
So that life
your
continues.
Money. Exactly. It's not like if he goes now, you're paralyzed.
It's over.
Yeah.
I won't be paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You will not be paralyzed.
I won't.
She will be paralyzed. Wow, what a conversation. Guys, let us know what your thoughts on this topic is because it's one of those things that I feel has become so mainstay in Nairobi these days.
It is.
Everyone is moving their partners, but let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and you have tapped the notification bell, please, and also follow us on Instagram at TMI Podcast KE.
Yes.
As usual, we have to shout out some of our biggest fans. We love reading through your comments on YouTube. Like, they give us so much joy.
Yes.
So much joy. And special shout out to the Premier Gang. Man, those guys
we
keep it real.
We engage with you guys on YouTube during Premiere. So when you're there, 12 will be there talking about the episode.
Wednesday, 12, always be there. And also the guys who send us, who tag us on Instagram. I love you. I love y'all. I love y'all. Exactly. So let's shout out some of them. Molly Kabute, you said, I'm still in my 20s. This is the video we talked about what we wish we knew in our 20s as 30-year-old women, obviously. So Molly, you said, I'm still in my 20s, but I feel like, insert Lydia here, when you say trust your gut, there's a very fine line between the constant state of anxiety and your gut telling you something is wrong/off. It requires a certain level of being in touch with your feelings, which is mostly not prioritized. Sijui kama nimeji explain vizuri.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. Yeah.
Sometimes you there's no reason for you to trust this new not to trust this new guy.
Yeah.
But you don't trust him. That's not instinct. That's trauma.
Yeah. And I feel like with instinct, you will feel a certain level of peace. Like it just feels peaceful. You don't feel anxious. It will feel very different.
Well, the other one feels
instinct.
like a trigger.
Exactly. It just feels like that is a problem. Shiro, you've said you're 23. I've realized there are people who will be committed to be misunderstanding you regardless of whatever you do. Validate yourself. Be gentle with yourself. The right people will gravitate towards you. Stay focused.
100%.
Can we say any further?
Friend.
Can we
relationship?
Yes, exactly. Okay, let me read the last one.
Yeah.
Winning Jerry, you said, trust my gut. That's my take today because there are things you see clearly, there are red flags, but then you're like, maybe I'm colorblind. But now I know. You all are just amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have Bina Juma who's saying, I'm in my 20s. I have been trying to follow all the rules my life, in all the rules, but it's a bit hard, but I think it's worth it. Anyway, I feel like my friends and family can carry me with a certain respect that I have never received before from either of them. I feel so good. I will always try to be acceptable of anything in my life. TMI is big sister that I never had. You know, people call us big sisters.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm just like,
why? I feel like that comment is triggering me kind of because it feels like she's saying she always follows the rules so that people can respect her and she's trying to be acceptable of things that happen. But I would say that things have to make sense to you. Like you should be making your own rules, not just following rules just because you want people to think you're a good person or you want people to know that you always follow the rules, right?
I think so. I think she was trying to say she's trying to follow these rules that we do, but it's a bit hard.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one, we have Min Krasi who's saying, anything that happens in your life is your responsibility. May not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. I like that. And this goes, especially when you go and say, this guy keeps X, Z, and Y. Ask yourself, what's your part?
Yeah.
What's always your part?
What is your part?
What's
in fact,
your part?
there's a babe who DM'd us on TMI who she was saying, oh, my baby daddy, he's in our lives, but he only comes like once a week. I wish he would decide what he wants. And I was like, you need to decide what you want.
You decide.
Why are you letting someone come?
Your life.
Exactly. You have agency. You have the power.
Always, for sure. We have another one saying, I know you love it when I get lost. I love it. Okay, so this is Stacey Brenda who is saying, I think the fear of turning 30 is society expects you to have all of these achievements because I'm in my 20s and people are always telling me, by the time you're 30, you have to be this, you have to be that. And that inevitably causes fear in someone, 100%.
Yeah.
But we are trying to say, when somebody says something like that to you, like, oh, why don't you have children? When are you going to get married? When you're 30, you need to be this. You're okay to say, I appreciate your feedback, but I'm okay with doing life how I want to do it.
Exactly.
Take ownership of that around, especially around people, the people around you, they can really manipulate how you feel.
Exactly.
So be okay with drawing those boundaries so that you can live your life the way you want.
Exactly. And only feel like you need to measure up to your own standards. I mean, except like being just a generally good person, like don't go kill people because society will put you in jail. But like just by your own standards. And also I find it so interesting that by 30, society expects men to have money and expects women to have children and marriage.
Yeah.
which is just so crazy.
Whereas men don't be married. I don't know who is supposed to be getting married.
Who are we supposed to be married?
If they're not supposed to be getting married.
Yeah. Anyway, we love you guys. Thank you so much for your comments. Keep sending them in. We love you guys. So we really, you call us your big sisters, and to us, we really just feel like we actually are your sisters.
Just sisters, point blank. Period.
Oh, not big sisters.
Yeah, we don't feel like big sisters. We just feel like sisters.
Thank you.
So on this week's TMI Talk, if this is the first time you are listening to TMI Podcast KE, this is the segment where we basically read out some of your dilemmas, the questions you've asked us on our page, TMI Podcast KE, if you're not following us. And then we do our very best to share our opinion, our insight on the situation, and hopefully we give you valuable advice since you guys are calling us big sisters.
Apparently.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really heartbreaking to read some of the things you go through. Right now, I just said to Joy, Joy was literally like, I feel awful. This is bad.
Verge of tears.
Yeah.
Verge of tears.
Yeah,
guys.
because we do get it. We're women. We've been in a lot of ghetto situations too. So on today, so I have been dating this guy for 5 years now, but according to him, it's 2 years since he is not counting the first 3 years because I was still in college.
Pause for heartbreak.
Pause for heartbreak. For those who need a tissue, please get it.
Get it now.
Of which by then he had already finished college and was working, earning enough money. I'm not sure what that part has to do with anything, but yeah. Anyway, during this entire time until now, he has never introduced me to any of his family members. Neither is he intending to until the time is quote unquote right. Until the right time comes, sorry. He says he has his own plans and he's working according to his plans. That when he will be ready to marry me, he will. Surprisingly, he never goes home to see his parents this entire time. He only talks to people through calls. Advise me, please.
Correction, he hasn't told you that he's going to see them because he doesn't want you to have to go with him. That's what I would say. There are so many things wrong. There are so many things wrong, and we're going to give you so much advice here, but the key advice is that this is not a relationship you should be in. You are actually dating yourself, actually.
100%.
You're actually dating. You have been together 5 years, but he says it's 2 years. How? Lydia, make sense.
And the reason is that you were still in school. Something he was aware of. It wasn't like you were in a secret college.
Yeah.
He was aware, and you were 3 years.
But also, I feel like I need some resolution in terms of, did he ever ask you to be his girlfriend? Because, you know, that's one thing we need to normalize, is that until it has actually been verbally said, you are my girlfriend, I am your boyfriend, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You perhaps think you're in a relationship, but maybe even you're not.
Yeah.
And I feel so sad that it's been 5 whole years that you've spent in this relationship that is not a relationship.
And here's another thing. This is why I feel like he's just being an asshole. Yeah. Is because he didn't say that I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
He's saying it counts because you were still in college.
Yeah.
That like I don't even understand what that has to do with anything. For me, number one is like, okay, he might think that, but the fact that he's telling you that, right? Then this plan of getting married is like, I'll do whatever I want when I want it. That attitude is not of somebody who even cares about you.
Yeah.
And because we talked about moving in together, these are the kind of answers when somebody gives you, you know they're not the right person to be moving in with.
I'm great.
When you you ask them, what are your plans? Where you need to hear, when we get married, when we there needs to be a lot of wee-wees.
And a lot of wee-wees.
A lot of wee-wees. A lot of wee-wees.
And 5 years. I mean, I can understand if you said 6 months, but 5 years and someone is telling you they have their own plans that are not currently involving you. That's painful.
And the time, that's actually heartbreaking.
It's really heartbreaking.
Mean.
But let me tell you, the one good thing about this situation is that this person has shown you exactly who he is. They have told you everything you need to know. There's nothing now that needs to happen that involves him. You already have all the information. Now you just need to decide, is this the kind of life? If he says, okay, no, in 7 years is when we can have the conversation about it. Are you willing to give another 7 years? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
And guess what? Unless someone has a valid reason. For example, my mom and dad are narcissists and they're racist or they're tribalist or whatever. That's why I I'm careful about who I bring, because you might see them and not like me. Unless someone's giving you a really valid reason, it's a good thing when it's something someone who loves you wants to do by introducing you to his parents. They want more of the people in their life to see you. That's not even something you should force. We don't all do things in the same time, fine. But the time I would decide when the time is right after you've been dating for 2 years.
After you have, not even dating. We use the term dating loosely.
I feel like that's a massive red flag. And I've been in that situation before where where it's like, I'm super easy with my family and my friends, whatever. Like you meeting them doesn't mean that we're going to get married. It's just like whatever, right? And then after a while, it became pretty clear, if you've met my mom and my sister who don't even live in the country, and yours are in this one Kenya, I feel like, this is now being a situation where it's like you don't want it to happen. And the truth ended up is true. You didn't want it to happen. So when somebody's being like that with their people, that's definitely a red flag, and you should know.
And I would not be shocked if probably his family thinks that he's currently dating someone else, and you have not.
I saw my boyfriend's marriage on Facebook. It's true.
So babe, do the right thing. Do the right thing. Leave this relationship. It'll probably be hard because you've been with him 5 years. He's been with you 2 years. So I get that it'll be difficult, but please save. Do not let another year go by with you wasting your time with this person.
Don't be at 30 in TMI talk.
Please, no. That's it. The end.
Done. D for done.
D for done. That's our new phrase.
D for done. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for sending us that, and we hope we've advised you. I know it does seem so easy because we're looking from the outside in, but generally that's our advice would give our little sisters, because we have little sisters. And if you have any other dilemmas about money, relationships, careers, anything that you'd like us to give you an insight on, please DM us on our own personal pages or on our page TMI Podcast KE, and we will get to you.
So today for It's Messed Up, we decided to play a little game just to cause a bit of friction and tension between us. Because sometimes things are too happy.
It's too close.
It's just flowing too well. Easy. Let's cause some. We like chaos. We like problems.
Yes.
We don't
always
problems. So today we are playing How Well Do You Know Me? And what we have done is that we have put a list of like five questions.
5 questions.
Right? 5 questions. And basically we just ask the other person and we see who will get us more answers correct.
Yeah.
Okay? That's it. And whoever gets the least is buying the drinks tomorrow.
Love it.
All right. Are you ready? Let me ask the first one.
Yeah.
Very simple one. How many followers do I have on Instagram? And you can just give in thousands. You don't have to give an exact number. Just give in thousands.
124,000.
Is that your answer?
124,000.
124,000. That's what you're saying.
Oh, no. 224,000. I apologize. Oh, no, my God. This is so scary.
I swear to God. Just tell me when you have
214,000.
Is that your final answer?
214,000.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay, you're wrong. It's 242,000.
Oh, God.
Wrong.
Wow.
Ask your question. Ask your question.
God,
this is basic. You're on my page every day.
How many followers do I have? Shut up there.
50 something.
Oh, there you go. Even me, I got 200.
You know what you have. 68,000. Is it 68?
Oh, this is basic.
Yeah, but let me check.
This is basic, Joanne.
Shut up. Okay, you ask me.
All right, okay.
I'm so nervous.
Which primary school did I go to?
Tigoni East Primary.
Oh, not Tigoni East, but Tigoni.
Tigoni Primary. It used to be called Tigoni East.
Well done. I definitely shared.
Thank you.
It never used to be called Tigoni East.
Okay, fine. Tigoni Primary.
Well done.
At least one of us is in the friendship. Right. What 2 universities did I attend?
One in South Africa.
Which one?
Johannesburg. God, which one did you go? Oh, USIU. I know that one. Okay. Fact for sure.
USIU and?
I think it was Joburg.
You know what?
Johannesburg. Was it? Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I'm not giving clues.
It is.
Okay. I went to the University of Cape Town, so you're not even in the correct
Jesus.
town.
Wow. Okay, this is going great.
Oh my God. Oh my God. My whole friendship is a lie. It's a lie.
Goodness. What did I do my master's in?
Law.
No. It's not just law.
Humanitarian law. No, criminal law.
No. Me.
Family law.
No. None of this. Me, the person who's so emotional, I'll do any of this stuff.
Divorce law. Okay, it was law though, right?
It was, but I did my undergrad in law, so my master's needs to be more specific.
I think it was criminal law. No?
No.
No, wait. I know. Something to do with like land.
No.
Conveyance law.
Not even.
Makeup law?
That's it. Eyebrows law. Eyebrows law is what I did.
Okay, but I think I get half a point because I know it was law.
No, you don't, because I did an undergrad in law, so...
Children's law?
No. All of the ones I would never do. All of the ones.
It was like, something which is like basic, like a bland one, which is not like emotional. But I'm going to get half a point for saying law. Right, Doris?
No.
Yeah? Doris said yes.
Doris is biased.
No, she's not. Okay, just tell me.
International commercial law. I would have given you half a point for commercial law. I would have given you half a point.
I knew it was like, I get half a point. Yeah. You're currently
I
zero.
would have.
You're currently 0 out of 2. Ask the next question.
This is bad. No,
it's me. Okay, the next one is going to be super easy. Okay. How long did I work at the place we worked together before I quit?
Oh, okay, a year.
Good.
That one. Oh, that was good.
Oh
my God, I got one right, guys. I did. When did I get my first job? How old was I?
When did you ever tell us that?
Oh no, I say that all the time. I
that?
say that all the time on my Instagram.
In uni?
Yeah.
It was in uni. 16. 16.
There you go. Well done.
Hi, Kuara. Praise God. Praise the name of the Lord Jesus Christ.
But actually, I should have kept my mouth shut because you were going to guess again.
So I currently have 2.5 out of 3. She has 1 out of 3. Next one, really easy. Which year did I get married?
Okay, let's count down. We remember it was 4 years back, right? We're in 2021. Oh my God, Joe, I'm really shaking right now. Wait, also, has the anniversary passed? No, you got married later on in the year. So you're going to 5 years. They're going to 5 years in 2021. So, oh my God. Their wedding anniversary hasn't passed, has it?
Please answer the question. You know, we have to go home. We have to go home. Please answer the
Nancy,
question.
wink, wink, hand.
Yeah?
Okay. 20... 2016?
That's wrong. I got married in 2017 and our anniversary has passed. It was in March.
Oh my God. Wow. Jesus. You know, guys, because I'm thinking about his birthday.
Yep. Okay.
Wow, this is
awful. So you're currently at 1 out of 4. Don't change questions that because you want to know.
I'm just like,
I know.
I'm just like,
don't change.
When did I last sleep? I'm older than Aggie with how many years?
7.
Is that your final answer?
It's not.
Is that your final? No, it's not your final.
It's not. 6 years.
Yeah?
Yes.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You're very wrong. 3. Aggie is 26. Aggie is 27.
Are you sure?
Yeah, she turned 27.
Let's ask her.
Yeah, ask her.
Yeah, okay, fine. So I'm still at 2.5 out of 4 then. Last question. What's my favorite color? I say this all the time on my Instagram.
You said it. Orange.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh my God. I wasn't sure.
You didn't even. Good job. Yes, orange is my favorite color.
Oh my God.
Okay, last one. I've already won anyway. I've already won, but yeah.
You've got how many right?
2.5 and you have 2. Ask the question.
Okay, fine. That's not too bad. How long was my longest relationship?
You've never told me.
Oh my God, I've said this consistently, Joanne.
3 years. 3 sounds, it feels right in my spirit.
Are you right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
100%?
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Is it 4 years?
3 years. Oh, it's 5.
No, I'm asking.
said-
What's your
you
final
said-
answer?
Okay, I'm gonna go with 4.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yes.
Incorrect. You are right. It was 3 before. I know, right?
Okay, so I
Thank
win.
God.
I win though because like I got more. But now we know each other better.
A
and
lot
you guys
better.
know
And
us.
guess what?
Yeah.
All this information, Joe, we had already. I think it's the pressure of
It's
just
the pressure of
right
these
now.
and the lights. Like the lights are just so bright.
It's a lot. I feel like
yeah.
these things, if somebody asked me randomly, I'll probably get right.
Yeah, if
But
any of
oof.
you guys are ardent followers of Lydia KM or Murugi Munyi, tell us in the comments if you actually got any of them correctly.
Yes. And all of you Murugi Munyi fans who are shouting about the baby, I just thought that that's too big of a lie for it to be a lie.
I know. And if you don't know what she's talking about, watch our last episode
Yeah.
because you won't understand the reference. Please, please. That was fun.
Thank you so much for joining us on yet another episode 10, and we are growing together. Pale Instagram, we see you. Thank you so much. If you're not following us, it's TMI Podcast KE, and on YouTube we have 16,000 followers.
Crazy.
Subscribers, sorry.
Yeah.
We appreciate you so much, guys. And as we say, we always want to tailor fit this podcast to suit all of us. If you have any topic you're feeling passionate about, just DM us, and you might give us the idea for our next themes. We appreciate you so much,
So
guys.
much. And to everybody who's listening on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever it is you're listening, we love you guys. You're putting us on top of podcast platforms in this country. And we are so grateful. We are just so grateful. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week for another bomb episode.
See you.